I'm Ellie, I'm a trans truther, and I search for truth. What I wanted to chat about today, first off, with my subscribers. I'd like to thank the new subscribers that just joined, and to thank all my subscribers as a whole. Without you, I'm only me. And the viewers are a big thing too. People who aren't even subscribing, who are viewing, make a huge difference in my overall views, which have been really good. So thank you. Just hearts out to the people of Hawaii. I can't imagine what they're going through, having, the tops of the roofs of the houses have lava up to there now, and it's just torching everything. And it's crazy. It's, I wish them the best. I hope they evacuate. And another tragedy I like to address is the shooting yesterday in Texas, Santa Fe. Tragic. My heart goes out to the 10 victims and their families, and everyone affected, basically. I'm sure a lot of the students that didn't get shot or whatever are just as, hurt and sad as the rest. So, hearts out to them, prayers out. I wanted to get into about Alex Jones and Q. I have questions on both sides, and not because I don't believe either or. I have my doubts about both, but on the other hand, if I don't ask questions, then I'll never get the answers, and I seek the truth, right? Folks, no one can tell you who you follow and who you don't, and it's crazy to go with just one or two or three sources. You should go through the whole community. We have a large truth community on YouTube, on Facebook, everywhere, every social media platform. So take advantage of that. Learn, even if you don't agree with everything the person says, they could have cookie crumbs or pieces to the puzzle that you need and I need. So just never count that out. Okay, on to Alex Jones, Jerome Corsi, and Roger Stone being accused of being traitors and profiteers. The profiteer thing doesn't need cut ice with me, simply because everyone's profiting on YouTube and Facebook and all these other platforms. I don't monetize my page simply because I don't want my content controlled. But the people that are making money, and I don't consider them profiteers. They're just people making money on their work. And believe me, doing videos is work. So the profiteering thing. So why would Alex Jones not demand to know why he's a traitor? Why he's being called out as a traitor? Like, he really didn't address that issue much. He kind of did a quick video, and then with Corsi, and then Corsi's just been rambling on and on and on. So, now also, why would he slither to the background if he's the main target? Okay, that's a part I don't really understand. Simply, if you're the main target, you're going to want to back yourself and the people accused with you. It just seems that he's written it off just as garbage, junk news, or whatever. I mean, I think that's a bad way to go about it, but he hasn't lost a subscriber since this happened, and I don't think he will. He will probably gain subscribers, and I do have that thought in my head. What if this was a setup just to get them both more followers? But I think splitting up the community is the wrong thing to do. So why was Roger Stone only mentioned once and then not again? I don't understand why they would mention Roger Stone. He's a pretty straight up guy. He's a patriot. He's gotten presidents elected. He's done a lot of different things. He's written books and stuff, of course. I don't consider him a profiteer, or certainly not a traitor. Not Roger Stone. No. And I don't think Corsi and Jones are traitors either. Personally, I think that's a label being used to divide us. That's just my opinion. Also, why was Jerome Corsi so intent on swaying people with guesses? I mean, he really doesn't know much of anything about anything with the Q. The fact that he made a crap load of money decoding the Q posts, I don't understand what he's trying to do. It's like he did this video where he accused him of being AI, KGB misinformation, and then admitted occultist. So, which are they? That's three different things. That was all in the same video. I posted the video before this one, where it says Corsi nailed, or Q nailed to the wall. Basically, he doesn't know what Q is, and neither does 0 Hour 1. I think it's all a scam, just to throw us off. I don't see Q losing any people over this one. Why didn't you lie and say, I talked to Q, and Q isn't Q anymore? Why would he do that? He knows, if you follow Q at all, that it was said on the boards, no communications outside the boards. No phone calls, no emails, no texts, no nothing, okay? The boards are the only places you can talk to Q, and they said if anyone says other than that, it's fake news. So, sorry Alex, I don't find that credible. Also, why has 0 Hour 1 just disappeared all of a sudden? Like, he was opening up this big can of worms on Q, and then some reporter or journalist was going to expose it, but that was a week ago and nothing's happened. So that lost credibility with me too. Not that it had any to begin with, because the guy was in a Reaper hood with a skull mask. Like, he was using a fake name and hiding his face, just like he accused Q of doing, right? And the owners of the app. So, I don't know, his credibility was shot anyway. Okay, so why would all the intel sources can't Alex Jones disprove Q? If Q is fake and Q is not Q anymore, then why doesn't his intel sources come on and say that? There's a lot of questions I have on both sides, but that's my main one to Alex Jones. If you claim to have such good intel sources, why can't they help you now, right? Maybe you really don't have them, you just want us to think you do. I don't know. I can't say. Only you know. But you really should be doing something here. Okay, on to Q. I'm not going to parrot the words open source, but I will say that Q uses a lot of public information that's available to anybody who looks. A lot of what he's saying, he makes sound new, but really some of it's 4 and 3 and 2 years old, so long before Q started posting on 4chan. So that kind of ruins the credibility with Q for me, part of it. Q leaves a large gray areas, and it's to keep people coming back with questions, because he'll say certain things that kind of just could be 100 things. So you're running in your mind, well, is it this, or is it that, or is it this, or is it that? So you keep going back to get the answers, and that's part of the loop. I think a lot of pages do that, but it's gray areas bother me because they don't explain anything. They just kind of leave your imagination running like an old horror movie or something. Q said Rothschilds and John Podesta and all them were in Gitmo. None of them are in Gitmo, okay? There might be some people in Gitmo, but not them. Not the ones he or she or they said. So that really hurts the credibility with me as well. Also, why would Q say to trust Sessions and Muller? Okay, those are the two most deep state guys in government. And I know Trump's almost like giving people positions of power so they can hang themselves, and I think that's what he's doing with Sessions. But I don't trust Sessions, and I don't trust Mueller, and I don't trust anyone who tells me to trust them. That's like the government saying you don't need a gun. Then you definitely need a gun. In my eyes, anyway. Why would Q have a cause infighting and division in the whole truther community and the Trump community? Like, basically that really kind of goes against what they are doing and what Alex Jones is doing, what a lot of people are doing. We're all truthers, right? I just don't understand why you'd want to divide that up and cut it up and, like, take the prize people to each side. That's not going to help. That's going to divide us and keep us down. Basically, it's going to hold us back. Everyone needs to reach the whole community. Even new people every day. I find new people every day on YouTube, and they're truthers, and they're patriots, and they're common sense people, and I can really relate with them. So I subscribe to them. Also, why the multiple trip codes and the different queues? Like, why not just the same one? If they're changing trip codes for security, why wouldn't they do it every day? Like, this doesn't really make sense with me. That's one of the things that's always bothered me about this whole thing since the first trip code change. It's weird. And then they changed to 8chan. So, and there's apparently reasons why. I don't know if I buy them because they came from that 0 hour one person. Also, why is Q helping eliminate and divide George Soros and Clinton's enemies? Like, we are their enemies. Alex Jones and Roger Stone and Jerome Corsi and all those guys are their enemy. Okay, and Q's trying to divide us all. That seems to me more like someone from the left talking. Okay, same with Sessions and Muller thing. That seems like someone from the left. I don't know why I think that, I just do. It's said that Q exposed Huma Abedin as a Muslim Brotherhood, but that was exposed 3 or 4 years ago, before the whole Trump campaigning started. We knew that, so that's not new news. Why all the part clues, numeric codes, and riddles? Why not just straight news? Like, wouldn't it be better to tell us straight out what's going on instead of playing little games and making riddles and shit? I mean, I hate riddles and I hate numeric codes. I'm just not good with that stuff. So, I kind of avoid it. It's almost like when Alex Jones started talking about chimeras. I went, okay, you're out there. Turns out he was right. Shame on me. So yeah, basically he's trying to break up and divide the Trumpers, which is what Soros and Clinton want. So why would he do what the people who he apparently is against wants? Doesn't make sense to me. It's just really, really odd. And just people, I really feel like you need to reach the whole community. Look everywhere, far and wide, because everyone's got little pieces of the puzzle that we can all put together at the end and make one, put the puzzle together, then we can act on it. But until we get all that, playing riddles and games with, one side and not sure where the other side's at, we really have to reach the whole community. And if these big ones are being called into question, go to the small ones. There's a lot of good, credible, small people who are reporting news on all social media. So look into that, and I hope you have a great day, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.